96.5 The Fox, Bismarck Mandan's classic rock station with free beer, hot wings every weekday morning, and we are just a few days away from another fantastic night of stand-up comedy in downtown Bismarck, the Bell Mayhew Auditorium. Saturday, August 29th, the comedians of Chelsea Lately, and I guess the headliner of that show, Josh Wolf, nice enough to join me on the phone today. Josh, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you? Did I hear free wings and free beer?
Free beer and hot wings, yeah, it's our morning show.
Where do I go to get some free beer and hot wings?
Well, I mean, you'll be here next Saturday. I guess I could deliver some, potentially.
That sounds perfect.
Perfect. Saturday, August 29th, the Bell Mayhew Auditorium. It's the comedians of Chelsea Lately. Now, obviously, Josh, I know a lot of people know you from that show, but they might not know that you've actually been doing comedy for a very long time.
Yeah. I've been doing comedy for a long time and a bunch of other shows. You know, I recently had my own show called The Josh Wolf Show also on TV. So, yeah, I've been doing a bunch of stuff, but obviously most people know me from Chelsea, and I love that. I mean, that was what an amazing show, and what an amazing place where I get to go and say every inappropriate thing I ever wanted to say, and she never, ever told me not to. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
What made you decide, with all the career options out there, you could have done anything, you say, you know what, comedy, that's what I want to do?
All right, let me ask you a question. What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up around 7 a.m.
There you go. That's it. I don't have to get up. Look, if my first show is at 8 p.m., all I have to do is make sure I'm up by 7 p.m., and then I'm good to go. That seemed like a great career choice for me, you know what I mean? Stay out late, and then all I have to do is be awake by 7 p.m. That's perfect.
Plus, you get to travel the country and see all these great places.
Yeah, that's great. And also, look, the truth of the matter is, I have been a wise ass my whole life. So instead of getting fired from very many jobs, which happened to me, this job I can keep for the exact reason I got fired from every other job I had.
Now, every comedian that has kind of made it has their big break. What would you say was your big break, so to speak?
Probably Chelsea. I'd been working for years before that, but Chelsea's really the thing that put a lot of us into everybody's living room, 5 nights a week. So probably Chelsea, for sure.
Joined on the phone by comedian Josh Wolf, the comedians of Chelsea Lately at the Bell Mayhew Auditorium, Saturday, August 29th. Tickets on sale, jadepresents.com. How did you go about getting involved with Chelsea Handler and Chelsea Lately?
Well, look, I met Chelsea in Los Angeles years before her show started, and, we had been drinking buddies, and so when her show started, she was like, do you want to come and just mess around on the show with me? And it was in the early days of Chelsea Lately, it was a completely different. It wasn't 3 comedians and her. It was her, an entertainment expert, so to speak, an actor, and a comedian. And so I was on in the early. I think I was on in the first week of shows. And it just eventually evolved into what it was, which was 3 comedians and her just saying the most ridiculous things we could think of.
And being a regular contributor on that show kind of opened other doors for you. You got to do a lot of other stuff because of the opening that Chelsea Lately gave you.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I doubt if I hadn't done Chelsea Lately, you and I would be talking right now. But in not only that, I get to play in different clubs and different theaters. I got my own TV show called The Josh Wolf Show. I did something on the Discovery Channel called Shark After Dark, which was a live show we did once a year during Shark Week, which was the highest-rated talk show every year for an entire week. So the opportunities were amazing. The doors that opened were amazing.
You're talking about Shark After Dark on Discovery Channel. How does your agent approach you? Hey, dude, we want you to host this live show about sharks.
Well, for me, man, look, I love live, and I love live because I love happy accidents. I love train wrecks, right? So when you're doing live television, the potential for a train wreck is there every second. So you're walking a tightrope, and it's just amazing. And so when they said, do you want to do a live show? I said, maybe. And they told me exactly what it's going to be. And then when Discovery Channel said, we want it to be part information and part entertainment, I said, deal. Look, I did things on that show that I would have never been able to do. I swam with sharks. I had my buddy from The Walking Dead. I put on a shark bite-proof suit, which it was basically like chainmail, and I had my buddy from The Walking Dead stab me with a knife to see if it would stop that. All live TV, man. So it was an amazing experience. I loved it.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you get to do any day at any other job. You don't get to let your buddy stab you.
No. Well, listen, I'm sure he would have done it even if it wasn't live TV, but he happened to do it on the live show, yeah.
Joined on the phone by comedian Josh Wolf, the comedians of Chelsea Lately in town, Saturday, August 29th. You mentioned your show, The Josh Wolf Show on CMT. I saw on Facebook that you said it won't be coming back.
It won't be coming back on CMT, but we're looking for another home for it right now. It was a blast. We had a great time. Everybody had fun. CMT loved the show. Unfortunately, their network is just going in a different direction, and doing a nightly talk show wasn't something that they wanted to do as a network, but we're going to be shopping it around at other places. It was very well received. We get to do some really fun, ridiculous things on there. That's what I like. I like ridiculous stuff. So I'm sure we'll find another home for it for sure.
Now, when you got the Josh Wolf show, how cool was it to be able to bring, some of your friends that you made on Chelsea Lately onto that show?
That is the whole deal for me. I really believe that as successful as your company or business or show is going to be is how happy people are when they go to work. And so I put my son helped, I had my wife on the show, I had my daughter on the show, I employed all of my friends, everybody on that staff I knew before the show. And it was just a great place to go to work, man. And it was a privilege and an honor to be able to, put money in the pockets of people that I've known for years.
How different was it for you hosting your own show as opposed to being the contributor on Chelsea Lately?
You know what? Obviously it was different because at the end of the day, I made every decision, of what was going to go on the screen. But I made sure it was a collaborative effort. And, even some things that I didn't think would work, I said yes to shooting because I wanted everybody on the show to feel like they had a voice, you know what I mean? So we would shoot it, and if it wasn't good, we just wouldn't air it. But it was a little different in that way because I got to wield the hammer. But it was amazing. And like I said, man, very cool to be able to put money in the pockets of people that you've known for years.
Did you ask Chelsea Handler for any advice as you went to host that first show?
Every day I did. And she gave me the best advice. She said two of the best things that I could have heard. One, make this show like nobody's watching. And I said, what do you mean? And she said, look, that way you're going to put things on TV that you think are funny. And that's what's going to make the best TV. She said, never make something because you think somebody else is going to laugh. And she said, also, always remember, look, the best part of you is you. Nobody else can do that. So just always do you. It was really good advice.
Joined on the phone by comedian Josh Wolf. He will be at the Belle Mayhews Auditorium coming up Saturday, August 29th, the Comedians of Chelsea Lately tour. Now, the show was supposed to be here earlier in the summer. The show kind of got rescheduled because you guys had some TV work to do.
Yeah, for the Josh Wolf show. So it was bittersweet. We all wanted to head up there, but we were all working on the Josh Wolf show, and so we could not break away from it. But we're psyched to head up there. We were the three of us were in Fargo, I think, last year, and we had a great sold-out show. Great crowds. We really couldn't wait to head back up in that area. So we're looking forward to coming. It's going to be me and Jiffy Wild and Brad Wallach, and Jiffy and I also do some music in the act for comedy. We do something called the Wild Wolf Band, which will be part of the show. It's a really cool, well-rounded, almost like a variety show, and two of us are on stage. It's a lot of fun.
How fun is it to be able to go out on the road and play places like Fargo and Bismarck and all these different cities with the guys that, you kind of hit it big with the Chelsea Lately show, and now you guys get to hit the road together?
It's the best. I'm telling you, traveling with your friends and doing what you love. It's why I feel so incredibly lucky to be able to do what I love to do and then do it with the people that I dig hanging around with is amazing. And then just to be able to go on stage and just be a dummy for an hour is amazing. And then we always do meet and greets after the show to say hello and to thank everybody for coming out. Yeah, we really like doing it. And I will tell you something else. I'm a big fan of beer. I love tasting the different beers all around the country. That's my second favorite thing about it.
There is, I will tell you that right down the street from the Belle Mayhews Auditorium, there's the Laughing Sun Brewing. It's a brew pub right down the road, so perfect place to go.
Is it good?
It's awesome. Last Dave Chappelle was here a few months ago, and he ended up being there the second night he was here. It was great.
Well, we will definitely be there after the show.
All right, make sure you see comedian Josh Wolf, Jiffy Wild, Brad Wallach, all going to be at the Belle Mayhews Auditorium Saturday, August 29th. Tickets are on sale, jadepresents.com. You can follow Josh, comedianjoshwolf.com. Follow him on Twitter. What else is on the horizon, Josh? What else do you have coming up?
Well, I'm telling you, we're going to put the Josh Wolf show back on the air somewhere, and then touring. And some other fun to look at. In my business, you can be excited about things, but I don't like to talk too much about some things because I don't want to jinx them. But we got some really fun things coming down the pipeline. The next year or so, I couldn't be more excited for it. It's good stuff.
Next Saturday night, August 29th, the Belle Mayhews Auditorium, the Comedians of Chelsea Lately. Get your tickets. It will be a very, very fun night. Josh, thanks so much, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.